Hello and welcome to the shore. This is a demo. This is not the full game. The full game isn't actually going to be out until next year sometime, and I actually missed I guess there was a they were getting money together, funding for this game, and I kind of missed that when they were doing that, but they met their goals, so this game will be out next year. It's on Steam right now. You can wishlist it and all that, but this is just the demo for it, and it looked really interesting, so I wanted to give it a try. It's Lovecraftian, of course, which we all like. So I'm gonna check some of the settings first before anything else happens. Okay, so let's get started. Hopefully the loading... Oh, here we go. I did start the game a moment ago, and this guy said something about looking for someone, but unfortunately, I had to stop recording right afterwards. So, anyway. I think we crashed here, and I think we're looking for someone. I think that's what's happened here. What's this?
A shred of hope. Oh, what a man needs to keep moving before he loses his sanity and his will. Walking along the shore reminded me of the walks I used to have with my wife.
Once your inventory, learn more about the items acquired. Is Q inventory? Oh no, this is I is inventory. It's a photo. My wife gave this pendant to Ellie before she left us. Glad to have found this. It's very important to her. I refuse to believe my daughter was swallowed by the vicious sea. I'm sure she washed back up on the shore somewhere around her. I will find her and give this back. For when I will walk through the valley of death, I fear no evil, and walk through with my eyes open. Mom. Aw. Thought the direction said that Q was inventory, but I guess I was wrong. Okay. We don't seem to be able to run. The control said I should be able to use shift to run, but maybe I just don't have that ability yet. So, where do I go? Eggs. There's lots of shells over here. Oh, there's a lighthouse. Looks like there's lots of plant life and stuff over there, too.
They speak of a fisherman who was lost in a stranded sea. He never came back. Now I know where he lies. What misfortunes could have drove him here?
I don't know, but you're looking for your girl. Your daughter. Candles.
I've offered my right arm and spoke the correct words in his absence. Only pain accompanies me towards my demise. I was forced to leave the lighthouse. There's something wrong in all of us. Only the slumbering God can save us now.
Yeah, it's very... As you can tell...
What's he talking about?
As you can tell, this is Lovecraftian. That's partly why I wanted to play it. Just a little bit on the, old gods, Lovecraftian sort of things. It's always fun. I noticed after the movie, that Lighthouse movie, that there was an influx of Lovecraftian Lighthouse related things. We played No One Lives Under the Lighthouse a little while ago.
As we sinked our feet in the sand for the last time, she asked me to tell her one of my stories about the wild sea. I could hear each of her breaths being shorter and shorter. And by the time I finished my story, pneumonia took her life.
No. That's not a nice thing to ruminate on right now. Some more candles over here. Kind of looks like someone's been living here. What? I assume this is blocking my path because it's not letting me walk around it. Looks just a little bit unnatural. I'm just gonna say that. Who's leaving these candles around here? They're not gonna stay lit on a place like this where it rains and the water crashes on the shore and all that. There's food here. Like, I think that's been cooked recently, possibly. Oh. That is locked. What do we have in here? This game is sort of puzzly, but it looked like there were also controls for combat, so we're gonna deal with that as that comes about. No eyelids. Body structure seems very strong. Short blue tongue. Shark eyes? Tried to speak to them, but in return they hissed and growled. Made all kinds of weird noises. No trace of language. You've never seen such creature before. Something is wrong here, like the god have forsaken this place and its creations. The fish-like people are not humans at all. They're hostile. They seem to be very aggressive. There's no trace of civilized behavior in them. They seem to understand our movements as they have seen humans before. Fish-like deformities on them are present. They have tried several times to ambush us. The only solution for us is to stay near the lighthouse. I will study more of these abominations of the deep. Okay. Abnormal body shape. No What was that sound? I'm gonna continue reading this like nothing's happening. I'm sure that's fine. No symmetrical shape that could define a logical form. Unsymmetrical mouths all over its body. Disputed and injured and quite forgotten. It's been 27 days since we were here, and we came across something that our minds cannot comprehend. How could such a thing exist? How does God justify this? How can he allow such monsters to roam upon his creation? My mind is terrorized a million times each time I try to visualize the beast. My hand is shaking as I draw each line. It was like the plague of the mind. I decided to give a name, the monster of the 1,000 mouths, though it may seem strange, but I heard a voice, or more like a whisper, shivering down my spine through my ears. So I'm guessing these are monsters we are gonna meet. This artifact we found, the statue, it looks ancient. Our captain says we should take it back with us. It could make us rich. David, of the other hand, believes that fault stench of evil dwells within it. What an utter rubbish. From the moment we wrecked here, he hasn't stopped talking about bad luck and otherworldly omens. I've heard him talking to himself about throwing it back to the sea. I'm almost certain he's mad. He's obsessed with these disgusting leeches he found. He can't stop talking about how these worms have almost 9 stomachs and more than 30 brains and almost 18 testicles. He talks about that quality matters more than quantity, and we couldn't stop making jokes about it last night. After that, he took it personally as we were mocking him. He moved to the 3rd floor of the lighthouse to continue his little experiments. Is this the artifact? I guess it is. It's in our inventory now. There's a key. I guess that's ours now, too. The statue has very malevolent aura. I know taking this with me was a grave mistake. Oh, why did you let me pick it up, you jerkwad? Nonetheless, I believe this artifact is connected to the mysterious island. I've never seen anything similar. I do not understand what it represents. To me, this is just an abstract piece of art? Question mark? There was a page with some insight about the object, but after explaining how it was retrieved, the author went on a rather morbid tangent. Captain says we should take it back, which could make us rich. Alright, so the captain found it in the sea. Oh, so he sort of talks about these papers here. This bloody page is part of a ritual some deranged individual performed on the island. The contents are revolting, but even more disturbing were the components of the ritual. An arm bone tied to a rock, presumably of the author, sigils written in blood with plenty of candles illuminating the godless scene. I've heard plenty of stories about people going insane, but nothing comes close to this. The man who committed this act was sick in the head, there's nothing more to it. Written by a stranded sailor, talks about crewmate going insane to finding what he considered a cursed artifact. The statue does give off negative energy, but it could really be the reasoning sailor meant such hardship? It really makes me question whether taking the statue with me was wise. The contents of this are concerning. He writes about being stalked by a being so complex he can't even describe it without sounding like a lunatic. It's clear the writer was in deep psychosis. After such a long time stranded, the stress caused by the struggle to survive can break any man. I'm not sure he made it out of here, and if he did, he's no longer the same. Sturdy key covered in a thick layer of rust. The bow design is unsymmetrical, and the symbol is anything distinctive enough to tell me what it unlocks. Considering I found this on the 1st floor, it should open something related to the lighthouse. The entry door was open with no lock attached to the handle. However, next to it, there was a trapdoor closed with a large padlock containing it. Okay, so suggesting it could possibly be this. Page is filled with information and illustrations of a bizarre-looking humanoid. It's very detailed, and the writer explains the features with such enthusiasm you would think he came face to face with the creature. However, the monster depicted is nothing but an absurd caricature, something that doesn't exist in our world, at least. Oh yeah, sure, it doesn't exist at all. It's completely fine. We don't need to worry about it. It's all cool. Anyway. So... Whoa. How did I... Alright. I'm not gonna ask questions about that. Right, so... This is kind of playing like one of those old point-and-click games where you just sort of like, you move from scene to scene and pick up items that you see occasionally. Just wondering why there's water there. It's a bit weird. Whoa. There's a boat. Over there. Oh, I can see it. Holy crap, what is that? It's an obelisk. Interesting. I want to say that this feels like Myst at the moment. Like, you remember that really old game series where it was really puzzly? That's what it feels like at the moment. And that's not really an insult. I am just like, what if there is fighting? What will we do then? What is this? What did I do? What have I done? Whoa. I turned the light on. Well, it's not letting me turn it off, so... Must have been a good thing to do. Right, so there was another pathway to take over this way that I want to check out before I go in that, like, cellar area. I want to look over here. There's more candles, so there's bound to be more things. Wait, this is going in the direction of that boat, right? Okay. If that's the case, then let's check out what's under the lighthouse first. No one lives under the lighthouse, don't you know? I really do suggest watching that if you haven't. Yes? Hey. Cool.
How do they manage to let him die in here? What made them forsake their civil ways?
You are naked. What is this and why do I have it? What is this? What are these? What are those? Did they keep one of those creatures here? Is that what they did? I think I have a plate to unlock that, but I really do want to look over here. I thought I saw moving shapes over there. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have just, like, not said anything for a while, but I thought I saw moving shapes over there. That's why I was staring. And I was gonna be like, what are we seeing now? Is there really combat in this? I was right. I was right. I was right. I shouldn't have been there. That's not a good place for me to be. Let's go there anyway.
Proceed into the pit. There's something I would like to show you.
What is that voice? Get out of my head.
Oh. Oh. Everything's fine. Nothing to worry about. Oh. I think these are problems. Yeah, these are... These are problems. I thought I was going to see that boat. I didn't think I was going to see a sacrificial altar. My bad. You know how it is when you get led to the sacrificial altars by mistake. And you think you're going to boats instead. Can I go this way? No, see there's that obelisk over there. Whoa!
This monolith is the key of the silent. Break it free.
Pardon me. I can't even see the lighthouse from here. What are you? Actually, let me look at my inventory. I I recovered this from the grasp of a corpse locked up under the lighthouse. The cadaver was in such a dreadful sight I can't take it out of my head. I can't take it out of my head. He was dried up, resembling a statue that he had such a horrifying expression that sent shivers down my spine. In the darkness of that cellar, must have seen something so horrid his heart gave out from shock. Whoever locked him down or did a truly despicable act. Okay, so that has, like, octopus tentacles on it. It also seems like I don't actually have to pick the items I use in my inventory, it just kind of works. So I thought that the, like, thing I got from under the lighthouse was gonna go on that face somewhere else. Whoa. Well, I can't click it again, so I must have done it okay. I do wish I could walk a little bit faster. Now that does spinnies. I don't know why we're doing this. The voice in our head said it was a good idea. Maybe that's not such a true thing, you know. Maybe we shouldn't be making these things go spinny and breaking the island that may or may not have our daughter on it. Maybe that's a bad idea, you know. But since when are any of us logical? Never. Now they are spinning. And I don't know what that has done for me. But I can't click on them anymore, so I must have done something right. Or else, you know, the game is broken and I can't fix it anymore. That would kind of suck if that was the case. Now you move. Whoa!
See the world through the eyes of a god. Like a dream in a flash of light. Beware the existence of mind. And grasp time in your conscious mind.
This might not have been a good idea. I'm just saying that this might not have been the most intelligent of ideas I've ever had. Making the obelisk get legs and then stand up and move. Maybe that was a bad idea. I do feel there should be more of an impact of sound when this giant enormous thing is moving, but you know, maybe it's just really good at being quiet. It certainly is shaking the ground with each footfall. Is it just sort of like going out to sea and like leaving? I thought for a second I was gonna have to run away, but it seems fine now. It's leaving. Where are you going, sir? Mr. Obelisk? Where are you going? You're leaving. Well, alright, goodbye. Have a nice life. I don't know what to do with this. I don't know what to do with this information right now. I just got an obelisk to up and walk away. You know, maybe he has to go. His people need him, you know? Who am I to say that there's not any more obelisks out there that this obelisk has to go and be with? You know? Maybe there's a whole family of them. Like, there's a couple of little kid obelisks, and like, a couple of adult ones. Maybe this is a teenager. We don't know. We don't write the rules.